I mean, it seems to me like there are people in the church today who say, "Oh, I'm just led by the Holy Spirit," and I think these comments prove it. The Bible, well, we can kind of take or leave that. The Holy Spirit is what guides me. Well, this is not how it was beforehand. Certainly, the Torah and the writings were the foundation for Yeshua and the people of that time. So it's almost like there's been this change. All of a sudden, we're led by the Holy Spirit, not by the letter of the law, right? But the problem is that the Holy Spirit worked in terms of leading people in the exact same way before Christ came as he does now. The difference between the Holy Spirit's work after the coming of Christ and before the coming of Christ is purely evangelical. What that means is that it's purely in regards to the message of the gospel going to the nations. Yeshua says, "I have come only for the lost sheep of Israel." He also says, "Lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age." How is he with us always? By his Spirit, which the scriptures tell us is the Holy Spirit. So the idea is that once Yeshua goes back, now the Holy Spirit comes and expands the gospel message, not just to Israel and those who might come to Israel and attach themselves to Israel, but it goes out like wildfire to the nations. And we see this in the book of Acts. Progressive revelation happens also during this time as well. But the point is that the Holy Spirit, granted, the idea that the Holy Spirit now empowers people through means to bring the gospel in powerful ways that it might not have before the coming of Christ, certainly that is different. That is the difference with the work of the Holy Spirit and the expansion of the work of the Holy Spirit after Christ came. But the idea of the indwelling of the Holy Spirit, that happened beforehand. There's really good papers on this. Walter Kaiser wrote a whole paper on this, which you can find on the internet for free. My father did an entire lecture series on this, and the idea, did the Holy Spirit indwell believers before the coming of Christ? The answer is absolutely, and we see it in the Tanakh. We see it in the Old Testament. The Holy Spirit comes and he indwells believers. And Paul tells us that you're not saved unless you're indwelled by the Holy Spirit. Well, Abraham was saved by faith. This means that Abraham had to be indwelled by the Holy Spirit, or else he wasn't saved.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button and check out more videos from Messiah Matters.